Hello, chaps and chapettes. Welcome to episode 4 of the Investalex Properties Podcast. Today, I'm joined by Mr. Jamie Greeff, the man behind Property Engine.
Yeah,
Thank you and welcome to the
Thank
podcast.
you so much for having me. Yeah, it's great
thanks
to
for
be
coming
here.
on. Absolutely, yeah. Now, I'm sort of suited and booted, and Jamie's come dressed in merch, which is really good to
Merch,
see.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I thought I'd bring it along. Okay.
Definitely. You need to showcase the products. That's what we're here for today.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Jamie's the man behind Property Engine, and it's sort of a software that I use day in, day out. I'm a big advocate for it. Jamie, would you like to just give the listeners and viewers a quick background as to what it is?
Yeah. So Property Engine, it's like Rightmove for property investors. What we do is we're bringing in like all of the properties that are on the market, and just enabling people to find property deals a lot quicker than they can do normally on things like Rightmove. We're kind of filtering out all the craft and just getting people to a short list of properties that are, probably going to suit some kind of strategy, whether it's BRR, HMOs, flips, whatever it is you're trying to do. We just kind of cut the crap and just get straight to the good stuff.
Love it.
And then we have all these calculators, area data, analytics, so you can see, exactly what your return on investment is going to be and all of that. So yeah, we're like a data platform, but also we're helping investors actually save, and manage their properties within Property Engine and staying on top of their pipeline, which is great when you're a deal packager, right? When you're looking at multiple properties.
Yeah, I use it all the time, daily. And I use it almost as like a CRM for my properties that are in the pipeline. Exactly.
Yeah.
And, like you said, it's sort of the Rightmove, but it does collect data from Rightmove and Zoopla. So it's all the information that you would with other portals. It's just there's so many extras, like the filters that are so useful, the labels that I use all the time. So
labels.
You can add and delete whatever labels you want. But I particularly use it for I'll have like a strong interest label, or like a follow up or call agent or something, or I just have investors' names. So I don't know. Let's use Mr. John, for example.
John Smith.
Yeah.
Joe Bloggs.
Yeah. We'll use John as an example. I just have John's name. And you can save properties into each label. So if I've got 10 in the pipeline that might work for John, I'll just click on his name straight away and I've got 10 listed there. And go into each property, there's a notes section, maybe from like a call I've had with an agent or even the vendor themselves. So all the information is just there. It's so user-friendly, so easy to use.
Nice. Well, this is great feedback. It's so easy to use.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, clip that, mate.
I will. Yeah, nice.
But no, I mean, just interested really to find out how you got into it. If you're a property guy yourself, or it sounds very, like you said, data oriented. It sounds like AI-ish. This is a complete world that I have no idea about. So I'll be interested to know. Yeah, I think the viewers might be interested.
Yeah, for sure.
To know
so
how you did it.
I mean, my background's in software development. So I'm from a tech background, and I worked at a few startups. And then after that, I started doing a software consultancy, working with larger companies on specific projects. They kind of brought me in as like a troubleshooter almost, And off the back of that, when I was doing this, I was looking to get into property myself, as many people are, thinking of a long-term, retirement alternative to, along with pensions and things like that. And
but there's a lot of buzz around property. People just if you bring it up in conversation with non-property people, I say like non-investors, it's just that there's just a buzz. People love talking about property.
Well, I had no idea. Like I was like, I'm just going to do I'm just going to flip a house or something. Knew some contractors I could use and stuff like that. And I was completely oblivious to this whole world of training and deal packaging and all these like creative strategies. It was crazy. So I kind of naturally fell into that when I was looking to buy a house. And being a software person who likes to solve problems, I was spending hours and hours on Rightmove, and I had spreadsheets. They were an absolute nightmare to use. Like, it was just crazy.
The way to go.
Yeah. And so I kind of just threw together, like, just in like 2 days, this tool.
2 days?
Well, it was really kind of hacky. It was like it was just really messy, like just pulling in all these listings in the area that I was looking at, and like kind of working the numbers out and doing all this for me.
Yeah.
And some people just saw what I was doing, and because I was doing some training, and they were like, "What the hell is this? Like, this is, it's booking your viewings, it's like finding you these deals." And I'm like, "It's just something I put together." And then just off the back of feedback with other people, I just eventually turned it into a product.
Yeah.
It was still very much something on the side, and then over COVID, I decided to turn this into. I shut down the consultancy. And I started doing this full time. I wanted to grow this into a business, and build a proper product.
So you started it when you did almost like property training yourself. Are you involved in any property trainers that might promote your product? Because if they're training up deal sources, for example, then this product is the natural progression or the natural tool to use. I mean, like I said, I use it all the time. It is the natural thing to be using and integrate into the business and into your working life. Do you partner with different trainers as part of their training instead of,
So there's some trainers who are doing deal packaging training just as one strategy, and we partner with a few different ones, and they send us customers. But I think the real value for something like Property Engine, if you're looking at 1 or 2 properties, you can sign up for a few months, you can use it to find some deals, but it's really about people who are looking to get into property as a business, and that's really appealing to people like yourself, like property deal packages, right?
Yeah.
And so anyone who's going through that sort of training as a strategy, doing deal packaging, Property Engine's a great fit for them. The trainers that I work with, they're showing it as an alternative to something like Rightmove, because I didn't even know. A few days ago, someone sent me this video of one training company, and they were still spending like 30 minutes on how to find the full address of a property on Rightmove, and going into like Street View, like trying to find the house number. You can like look at the broadband speeds or something.
But
with Property Engine,
you literally open up, you just click on a property and it gives you the full address.
The full address is just there, like you don't even think about it.
Surely you're not breaking GDPR rules. Well, I guess not, because that information is readily available. It just take might just take half an hour to find it.
Yeah, no, there's no personal information there. Like, we're just listing the houses. We're just listing addresses. Yeah. And when you're on the off market, where we just show addresses, they're just addresses. But it's interesting that some training companies are still spending so much time on this busy work, as I would describe it, where people then go away. They're all hyped up and they're scrolling through Rightmove, zooming in on Street View, finding addresses, and they think they're being productive, but they're not, because the real thing in property is it's a people industry, right? So it's building those relationships with estate agents. That's really important. And when you're just kind of scrolling, putting numbers in, wasting time, it's busy work. You're not actually.
Don't get me wrong, I do it regularly. It's easily done. As in, so I can spend hours on Property Engine.
Yeah.
But those hours are still more productive than hours on Rightmove.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, you just fall into that trap of just looking at properties that potentially do work. And that's where, did you mention about the calculators?
No. So we're doing,
there's like analyzers, for example, buy-to-let, HMO, rent to SA, whatever, flips, and you can just edit them as well and make them suit your own business. You can add your own sourcing fee, you can add leasehold info, you can change the parameters for like mortgage repayment percentages. So and you can save them, and that saves me so much time going back onto my Excel documents and in my own analyzers. And you know what, actually, I didn't even know this until the other day. Someone pointed it out to me, which is I'm grateful for. You can download the calculator.
The calculator,
is that right?
Yeah.
Onto Excel.
Onto Excel, yeah.
As a proper analyzer. I didn't even know that until the other day.
Yeah.
So that's really useful for me. Yeah.
It's nice because some websites you can do like analysis. You can do some like calculations with, but you can't get it out. You can't adapt that to maybe you might have a really bespoke strategy, especially if you're a developer, you're like building houses or something. You might want to do something really creative with a deal, spend a couple of hours on it.
Yeah.
And these calculators that you get on different websites, like they're a great starting point, but then you can't take them further. Yeah. Whereas the nice thing on Property Engine is you can export it to a spreadsheet with all the formula in it. So you can continue to edit the spreadsheet and it will still update everything.
It's very clever. So, I don't know how you've managed that, but it's very, very smart.
Blood, sweat and tears.
Is it? Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah. But even like, so if you're looking at it in Property Engine and you're doing a flip and you want 15, 20% return or something, it will literally, the top right hand corner, it will say 15%. Like it all talks to each other. It analyzes, I don't know how you've done it, but you put in a couple of figures, and it spits out a 15% value. It's so useful. And actually, another thing that Property Engine is fantastic for is the comparables tab.
The comparables, yeah.
My God, that's a lifesaver, and it just saves so much time. You go into one property, you go into the comparables tab. Yeah, you can filter it for bedrooms, you can filter it and within like a quarter-mile distance. Yeah. It's just there on another tab. Like, imagine how simple, quick and easy that is to use, but it's there. And you do it for rentals as well.
Yeah, for rentals.
So for BRR that works. So it's just, one thing I would say is I quite like to, and sometimes I do approach you and say, like,
some feedback.
Can you add this feature? Yeah. And not more often than not you do, but to be able to save comparables, because some don't work. Some, it might be in terrible condition and I'm looking for something that would, for a GDV, so something that's in great condition. So I'd like to save that one that's in great condition. Like have a saved comparable.
You kind of want to work from the comparable backwards, almost.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. So if there's a comparable like 12, and 3 are actually comparables that look like the GDV, or even look like what I want to purchase it as, just be able to save. And then maybe they shoot to the top of the list or something. I don't know. I'll leave that one to you, mate.
It's kind of cool. We've done the comparables slightly differently to like just going on Rightmove. Like when you go on Rightmove, they just kind of show you nearby houses. We actually kind of follow the road network out. It's not just a straight line distance. So we actually kind of follow the road network.
It's a walking distance, is it? Yeah.
And we show you those kind of closest comparables and then we kind of rank them from that. And what you end up with is very relevant comparables a lot of the time, because you might have, especially you see this a lot with
that's exactly what investors are looking for.
Yeah,
like they'll ask a handful of like primary questions, and one of them absolutely will be show me the comparables.
Show me the comparables,
because either at the purchase price, so I'm buying 100 grand, and there's comparables at 110. Okay, great, it's below market value. Or if there's other comparables at the GDV of 150. And I can show them that if we do this renovation, more than likely it's going to be this price, and that's all they want to see.
That's actually interesting because you're spot on. Like we've got some things in the works of how we can use some machine learning and AI to kind of help you arrive at a valuation when there aren't comparables.
Okay.
But what's really interesting about that is, like you said, as a deal packager, your investors, they don't really trust. Like I think a lot of these valuations, they've tainted the industry so much. Like people know the sort of valuations you see on Zoopla. It's like finger in the air kind of thing, right? And people don't trust
it. They give you a range as well.
And they give you a range, yeah. So I think it's really interesting what you're saying. Like even if we can have the best system ever that's kind of valuing properties, your investors are still going to want to see the comparables. So having like how we ranked the comparables is really powerful, and just kind of exploring more ways we can do that in the future is going to be really powerful. Yeah.
And like I said, I'm a big advocate for Property Engine, and we had a chat a number of weeks ago, probably a few months ago now actually. But since our chat, I've sort of provided a discount code for individuals that want to sign up. And since then, I've done 2 webinars. Actually, you'll be pleased to know.
2 webinars. Nice.
In 2 different communities. I've done 2 webinars, basically just showcasing the product and showing them how I'd use it. And it's like just a Q&A exercise.
Yeah.
30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. So I hope you've had a few people sign up.
I have from your code. I've been seeing them. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, no, that's great.
So I'm glad. Yeah.
What's the kind of feedback been that you've been getting from people?
Just generally that it's user friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Low barrier to entry. It's cheap.
Easy to use.
It's easy to use.
It's affordable, isn't it, for people getting into it?
But for deal sourcer particularly, it just makes everyone's life easier. And people are amazed. Like, I mean, we've sort of touched on it. Looking at one property, the inbuilt calculators, the comparables, just the ease of access as a CRM.
Yeah.
For everything that's in the pipeline. It's just fun. It's the perfect tool, and that's generally the feedback. It's the amount of people have said that Alex, what's the code?
What's the code? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And I'll just tell you the code for the 10 people that are watching this. But code
more than 10.
Hopefully, yeah. We'll see. Code is Alex30, capital Alex30, and there's 2 tiers of payment, right? There's a standard and there's a premium version, which is like off market. We should have a chat about that. But 2 tiers, Alex30, capital Alex, works for both. You get 21 days, you get 3 weeks free trial, and you get 30% off for 6 months.
That's right.
And after that, it's full price. But you should be able to see the value in it. I use it daily.
Yeah.
People that I've shown it to love it.
Amazing.
I'll put the code in the description below.
Yeah.
So people can hopefully sign up and you get some more customers. But
I mean, what's great as well, when people sign up and try out Property Engine is we have the really good customer service as well. So we get live chat. You've got the videos. You can email. Ultimately, we are all about the product, right? So without people finding deals on Property Engine, we've got nothing, right? So we swear by giving success to our customers and enabling them to find deals. So we're all about building the best product possible. So
good,
and delivering the best value.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. But it's good to see that you're always making. You had a big update recently.
Yeah,
loads of new filters. The off-market thing as well has just come out.
Yeah.
Where's Property Engine going? Where do you see it in a year's time or 5 years' time or? I don't know. Yeah. What is your ultimate goal with it? Where'd you see it?
So the next big thing for Property Engine, obviously we've got features and development, a lot of cool stuff in the works, doing a lot of stuff around HMOs, which is quite exciting. So watch this space. But as a company, the next big thing is to really grow the team and to bring on developers so that we can just get features and improvements out the door a lot quicker. I mean, already, like you said, there's improvements being made all the time. But really building a team out so that we can really, truly grow this.
I imagine it takes up a hell of a lot of your time.
Yeah, it does. But no, I'm really excited. Already speaking to people I've worked with and reaching out to my network, and it's actually quite an exciting space, because even when you go and work for a small startup, pretty early days, depending on the startup, there's still a lot of processes. There's a lot of there's some bureaucracy, and then that just continues
this is your company, so it's
exactly.
There's a lot more freedom, I guess.
Well, that's it. It's been so early stage. What we're kind of looking for, the type of people we're looking for, the software developers. It's quite exciting for them, because people I've been speaking to, projects like this don't come around that often. Where it's just the freedom.
It could be very much a long-term thing. As the company grows,
and just the freedom to.
You're looking at raising capital, raising finance.
Not
for the company,
no.
Or I mean, I think this sort of project would be ideal for Dragon's Den. I think you should go get yourself on that.
No, I do get asked that. So at the moment, we've got we're growing, business is going really well. So we can kind of grow now organically. which is really exciting because
that's a strong, healthy proposition.
I think it's good for a business, and it means that as a business, ingrained in the DNA, it's going to be true kind of devotion to our customers and giving the customers the best experience, right? And when you have a lot of investors and you go through a lot of rounds of funding, and I've seen this certainly at companies that I've worked at,
you might lose that.
Answering a lot more to investors. And what also happens is the company might be quite aggressive with its growth in like acquiring customers, but then over time, the value proposition gets worse because then the investors want to recoup their money, right? So it works really well for some companies, but I'm just really fortunate and really excited about the fact that Property Engine's kind of grown organically, and we can be truly devoted to our customers and answering to them only, really.
Good stuff. Wow. Just changing the subject a little bit. Now, I've got some quick fire questions. This is just a bit of fun. I always do. So, what's your hidden talent?
Hidden talent, bit random, I would say. I guess I used to DJ a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too. Was this at uni or?
I didn't go to university actually.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't. So I dropped out of sixth form and just went straight into work. But
what kind of music do you DJ?
Like kind of house, EDM.
House, okay. I can get behind house.
Yeah, nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I
loved
loved
my
it.
bag at uni. Yeah.
You were doing it at uni then?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It was a lot of fun. We used to. It would have been when I was at sixth form. Yeah. We were just doing like house parties.
Yeah.
We'd have all the equipment, like speakers, like lighting.
I've still
everything.
got all my stuff.
Have you?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. It's just gathering dust in the corner.
In the loft.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Especially when you play out, like, I've DJ'd at Ministry of Sound.
Amazing.
And I've DJ'd at Egg and like clubs in Loughborough, right? But Loughborough's, I mean, that's where I went uni, and it's just not much, the scene isn't there, but DJ at big clubs in London, and the buzz you get from
it's great, isn't it? It's just
when you come off and your mates are there and they're high-fiving you and they're saying, oh, I enjoyed that. Or, you can imagine what they're saying, right? But the buzz it's
the best.
Second to none.
I mean, I was just in a couple of clubs in Cheltenham, so no Ministry of Sound. But but no, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's
your hidden talent. Yeah, well, yeah. Did not expect that at all, but it's good stuff. What's your death row meal?
Death row meal? That's interesting. Man, I would go for
We don't have that in the UK, obviously, but, you know.
I would go for some, like, Mexican food, like a burrito or something. Like, I just love burritos.
You've got to push the boat out a bit more than a burrito.
Okay. My
It's your meal. It's you don't, you know.
Okay, but no, come on, like a good burrito. I also love Polish food. I would do
Polish food.
Yeah, I love it. Like,
has anyone ever said that?
I think a lot of people, maybe. I don't know.
What's a typical Polish dish?
So
I think
the number one, like when tourists are going, it's like pierogies or something, the dumplings.
Yeah.
But there's so much more to it. You just get these incredibly rich soups, and the flavors just amazing.
Wow.
It's very kind of like hearty.
That's thrown me off a bit. I did not expect that at all.
I mean, I can't really think of, like, what else would there be? Like, I just get to enjoy that food regularly anyway. So
so it's your death. It's whatever you would choose.
Also, Vicky, my girlfriend, she makes the best nachos. But again, that's Mexican food. So, but that's like one of my all-time favorite meals is when she makes nachos.
Nachos, yeah. Love it.
Just loaded with meat, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
I would go back to Thailand. I just had the best time in Thailand. Like, so last year I was there
I'm assuming this was like traveling.
Yeah. I was there for 2 months last year, working still a lot, obviously. And I just had the best time. Like in Bangkok, I just met so many like-minded people traveling, kind of starting a business, like doing something. and there was just a real vibe there. So that was a lot of fun. And also then you can, went to the islands and did all of that.
Where was your favourite place in Thailand? Because Bangkok, I went last year. Bangkok is mental.
It is just a bit crazy.
It's a 2 of personally, it was a 2 or 3 day stopover. Yeah. But
I think we were there, yeah.
Maybe we was there for different reasons, but what was your favourite place?
I would say Bangkok, just because of all the stuff that was there and the people we were meeting. It was such a good experience, and I'd highly recommend it. And you can work and travel, like it is possible. I mean, obviously we were only there we were in Thailand for a month. But yeah, I did enjoy the islands as well though. But that was more, time off, bit of party.
Relaxing.
Relax.
Bit of parties, yeah.
Yeah, we were there for when, have you been to Thailand?
Yeah, I was there last year, sort of, probably I think about this time last year, May, June.
So I just missed you.
Is that when you?
Yeah, we were there April and May.
Okay, yeah, you might have just missed each other, but I had a wicked time, a fantastic time. I was in Koh Tao. That was one of my favourites. I was a little bit ill then, and Pai as well. So Koh Tao was a very small island, sort of near Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, that area.
Yeah,
where the full moon parties are. Koh Tao smaller, bit the better vibe.
Yeah, I don't think we didn't go there.
Yeah, but Pai as well in the north was but they were quite similar, to be fair.
Yeah,
one's more like jungly, and then one's on the beach, but like similar feel when you're there.
Yeah,
I could tell a few stories, maybe not suitable for a podcast, but a very, very good time.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah. But I love traveling, and I think everyone should give it a go at some point in their life, and it just opens your perspective on everything. But yeah,
it's just broadening your horizons. I live and work in London. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but there's so much more out there, so many more places that I would like to visit and see and experience. So this will all come. It'll all come. But just next sort of quick fire.
More quick fire questions.
Don't know what's going over there. All right, we'll do one more. What does success look like for you?
Success for me. I mean, that is a good one. When I left, when I was doing my consultancy business, the reason I was really excited about starting Property Engine is because I just love building something that other people are using and getting true value from. And I imagine this will carry over to your audience, in property, and obviously it carries over to my customers as well, because they're also serving, their clients and everything. But like just providing a service to someone, and you've like genuinely done them some good, like you've delivered them value. It is such a good feeling. And when I just get people emailing in, I found X number of deals using Property Engine, or I love what you're doing here, or something, like it's suddenly all worth it. All of those tough moments, the working crazy hours to start a business, like it's all worth it when someone emails in, or I speak to someone and they genuinely are getting value and joy from using something that
that's good.
I built.
I like that. So it's
my team,
almost just providing a product that.
Well, it's not. Just a service, isn't it? Like, like you probably get the same when your clients, right? That you found them a deal and they love it. Like,
and that's when you get the repeat clients.
Exactly.
Which is basically how how my business is gonna thrive. It's not just the one deal for the one person. It's the 20, 30 deals for the one person. Someone that's gonna want to come back to me specifically because I've delivered something that they really value, and I suppose like a subscription product like Property Engine, like what you serve is so important. Like people hopefully, I'm sure they do get the value from it.
Yeah, and they do.
yeah. But I certainly do anyway.
But no, it's just ever since the reason I actually got into software development and tech is it's to build things. Like I was seeing when I was much younger and my parents bought the first computer and everything, I saw, computers and the programs and games and everything, and I was like I want to build that. I want to do something like that. And really, I like to think it's more about building the product, and programming is just a means to get there. Because who knows, with all of AI and chat GPT and everything that's happening in that space, who knows what the job market's going to look like in 20 years time. So
again, it's so similar to what I'm doing, really. Is you like building a product, you like seeing it through from start to finish,
exactly,
and having a satisfied customer. I like doing refurbs and renovations from start to finish, overseeing that.
Yeah.
With a happy customer. It's the same. It's the same premise. It's the same concept. Just the same different market, different clientele.
Yeah.
So absolutely, yes.
But that is what drives me. And then obviously I want the business to succeed. But really, that drive is a natural reason for the business to grow. The business is going to grow if people love using the product. They're telling their friends. They're telling people in their network.
Yeah.
And
like I said, you're always coming up with updates, which is great to see. Yeah. I want to be a part of something that is continuously improving, as I hope that I'm continuously improving. That 1% every day, or just something I want to. Yeah, you want that trajectory to be upwards.
Exactly.
And Property Engine certainly is that, which is good to see.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Well, I think we might be drawing to a close, to be fair.
Sure.
But
thank you so much for having me again. Yeah.
Honestly, Jamie, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for
thank you so much, Alex. Yeah.
Cheers. I'll put a link below down to maybe the sign up page for Property Engine.
Yeah, for sure.
And my code as well.
Alex 30. Don't
Alex
forget.
30. I'll stick it below. But so thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And remember, don't stress, just invest. I'll do the rest. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.